This video shows how I tackled a garage roof repair where neglect over a few years resulted in a leaking roof, rotting away the sterling board and the ends of the pine rafters. Now, I don't usually make my videos in two parts, but the sun was so bright and scorching I realized I'd been working on top of the roof for several hours without sunblock. So I realized for the sake of a YouTube video I was risking another incident of skin cancer. Yes, the first one being on my nose a year or so ago, where a big chunk was taken out to remove a tiny growth. It was probably a result of my trip to Australia in 1986 when I was opal mining at around 46 degrees. So at least what I achieved in this first video is a repair and sealing of the exposed roof, ready for the final covering with roofing felt. There is more work to do in repairing minor leaks as well. And the first thing you'll notice is my repair job is not very neat, but I intend insulating and lining the garage roof afterwards. Okay, the first thing is to have a car jack handy. And this cordless chop saw quickly cuts the new beams to length. I'm using my favourite Titebond glue and my unique method of using hot melt glue blobs to act as a temporary clamping method. And then I can add G-clamps and then reinforce with concrete screws so that I can take the G-clamps off. I'm using the Ryobi One Plus system, and now I'm using a temporary prop so that I can remove the car jack prop. I'm using a chainsaw to remove the rotten timbers, taking care not to cut into the stonework. I found this to be the most effective tool. I mean, this is years of wet rot, so all I'm doing is cutting it away, including the sterling board, which is rotten around the wall area. Not an easy job, but the crowbar serves really useful. You can see how rotten the wood is, and the sterling board as well, and here we are, that's daylight showing through. Now, I'd also installed a new horizontal beam to support the rafters, and then fixed that to the wall with concrete screws, and lots of them. Here I'm using the chainsaw to remove the old roofing felt, which is really quite thick and stubborn. I mean, it was never really done particularly well originally. You can see how thick it is. And then I can break through some of that sterling board. So there's the repair job so far, with the new grafted on timbers. And now, instead of using sterling board, I'm going to use Brazilian pine plywood, what was used to be called shuttering plywood. So I cut that with a jigsaw, a nice professional Makita jigsaw. Screw them in to anchor them. In fact, I'm using some rather good quality plywood here that I use for my furniture designs, because I guess I'm an all-round woodworker. Now I'm using a hairdryer to soften the bitumen on flashband, amazing material. And I'm using this as a first line of defense, because I always feel that roofing felt put onto bare wood, you can get condensation and that will start rotting away the wood. So this is a temporary seal, although having said that, I've had results lasting 25-30 years using flashband. So I'm basically sealing the wood, and as I say, this will be covered in roofing felt. My God, it's getting hot. It was cooler at the beginning of the day, but it's now about 5 or 6 o'clock. So I'm now tidying up and putting a bit of tarpaulin on, ready for the next phase. But I've done the important work in sealing the roof. So keep posted for the second part of this video. Thanks for watching.